Good morning, students. Welcome to this online class. This is Mr. Anna Rao, teacher of English, Jetpet School, Saripalli of Nelimarla Mandal. I think you're all enjoying online classes. Well, today we are going to discuss verb with special reference to participles. This topic is a question under question number 19 in paper 1 of SSS examinations, right? But let's go somehow deep into the topic, though it carries only 1 mark in the examination, right? So let us start the topic. Now let us see verb. You know, verbs like suppose go, come, take, speak. All these are verbs. So in a way, verbs are divided into two. One is finite, the other one is non-finite. What is a finite? A finite verb is a tense indicating verb. That means a verb which indicates tense is called a finite verb. For example, I am teaching English now. Here, I am teaching is showing that it is in present continuous tense. I am teaching. So, it is a finite verb. For example, I will go to Vizag tomorrow. Here we have will go. Will plus go. It is simple future. For example, yesterday I saw a movie. Here saw is a finite verb because it has a saw simple past tense. So every verb or verb group which shows a tense out of the 12 tenses we have, it is called a finite verb. Okay? But there are some verbs which act as verbs but they don't show any kind of tense. They are divided into two. They are called non-finite verbs. They seem to be verbs but they don't show any kind of tense. We cannot name it as simple present or simple past or future simple or continuous tense, like that we cannot say. One is to infinitive and the other one is participle. First of all, to infinitive. Wherever 2 plus V1 is there, to go, to speak, to write, to wash, like that, it is always non-finite verb. It does not show any kind of tense. For example, suppose I am going to read a book. I will go to read a book. I went to read a book. So here, whatever be the main verb, to read a book is common. So to read a book does not determine the subject here. So this 2 plus we read V1 is called to infinitive. Then to infinitive antaramata. That does not indicate any tense kabatti, that comes under non-finite. It could have verb, kani that is comes under non-finite verb. And now the right point we have come to, sarina point ku vachinapudu, participle. So participle is also a non-finite verb. Participle can be used as a non-finite verb. So how many participles are there? Let us see. So there are three kinds of participles. What are they? First of all, present participle. The second one is perfect participle. And third one is past participle. Let us see the verbs. Present participle is just ing form of the verb, like taking, for example, meeting, walking, running, singing. These forms are called present participles. The next one is perfect participle. Perfect participle means having plus the third form of the verb V3. Having taken, having seen, having watched, having taught, having broken, having completed, like that. That is perfect participle. The third is a past participle. Simply it is the verb third form, like broken, spoken, walked, watched, sung, okay, like that. So those are past participle. So we have like this, we have three participles. One is the present, second perfect, and third past. Now we will see what these three participles mean. What these participles mean అంటే ఈ మూడు పార్టిసిపల్స్గా వచ్చినప్పుడు వాటి మీనింగ్ ఏమై ఉంటుంది ఇంతకీ ఫస్ట్ అది తెలుసుకుందాం. దాని తర్వాత ఎగ్జామ్ పాయింట్ ఆఫ్ వ్యూకి వెళ్దాం అనమాట. ఫస్ట్ ఈ మూడు వచ్చినప్పుడు వీటి యొక్క మీనింగ్ ఏముంటుంది చూద్దాం. లెట్ us see that. ఓకే, రైట్. సో దీస్ త్రీ పార్టిసిపల్స్ డూ, అవి చేసే పని ఏంటి, వాట్ డు దే మీన్, వాటి అర్థం ఏంటి, అండ్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఫంక్షన్స్ ఆఫ్ దీస్ పార్టిసిపల్స్. ఈ మూడు ప్రజెంట్, పర్ఫెక్ట్, పాస్ట్ ఇవి యూజ్ చేస్తే వాట్ ఈస్ ద మీనింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద సెంటెన్స్. ఓకే, let us see. Actually these three participles give two meanings. So number one, an earlier action or first action antundi. Number two, reason చెప్తుంది. It shows a reason or it shows the first action. So let us see. Okay, how it shows first action or how it shows a reason. Let us see. Right. So here first action or earlier action. If there are two actions, the earlier action can be written written using a participle. Let us see. For example, we have some examples here. Number one, going to school, he met his friends. See, going is a present participle. Going is present participle. Go plus ing form is there, present participle. So this present participle part, going to school, in yellow color indicates this action is the first action. School ki velli, he met his friends. First action is veladam. He went to school and he met friends. Number two, having taken coffee, my father went out to work. Having taken coffee, having plus V3 form is there. This is a perfect participle. Perfect participle also means the same. అంటే మై ఫాదర్ హ్యాడ్ టేకెన్ కాఫీ తాగారు, మై ఫాదర్ వెంట్ అవుట్ టు వర్క్, అప్పుడు వర్క్కి వెళ్ళారు బయటికి. సో ఫస్ట్ యాక్షన్ ఈజ్ టేకింగ్ కాఫీ అండ్ సెకండ్ యాక్షన్ ఈజ్ వెంట్ టు వర్క్, గోయింగ్ టు వర్క్. సో సెకండ్ వన్, పర్ఫెక్ట్ పార్టిసిపల్ ఆల్సో సేస్ దట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ద ఫస్ట్ యాక్షన్. ద థర్డ్ వన్, సీయింగ్ ద స్నేక్ ద బాయ్ క్రైడ్, మీన్స్ ద ఫస్ట్ యాక్షన్ ఈజ్ ద బాయ్ సా ద స్నేక్ చూశారు, దెన్ క్రైడ్, అరిచాడు అనమాట. So here seeing is present participle. Next, the fourth one, awakened by the prayers in the house, ఇంట్లోని పూజల వలన లేపబడి. Awakened, verb third form, it is past participle. So this one happened first, earlier, first action. Then what happened? The old man started his work. So in all these four sentences, the yellow parts show that these actions are first actions. Okay, introduced by present participle, perfect participle and present participle, past participle. సో ఈ మూడు యూజ్ చేసి మనం అంటే మూడు రకాల ప్రజెంట్, పర్ఫెక్ట్, పాస్ట్ యూజ్ చేసి ఇవన్నీ కూడా ఫస్ట్ యాక్షన్స్ అని చెప్పడం జరుగుతుంది అనమాట. ఓకే, నెంబర్ వన్, ఇది ఫస్ట్ యాక్షన్ చెప్పడానికి. ఇది ఇంకో పని ఉంది. వాట్ ఈస్ ద అదర్ ఫంక్షన్ అంటే రీజన్. లెట్ us see the next. We have reason also here. Okay, these participles also introduce a reason. They reason కూడా ఇంక్లూడ్ చేసి చెప్తుంటాయి అనమాట. రీజన్ కూడా చెప్తుంటాయి. ఎలా? Let us see the examples now. See, here feeling tired, the old woman went to bed. Here it is started with a present participle, feel plus ing form feeling, V for ing form. Feeling tired, that's the reason. అలసిపోయిన కారణంగా the old woman went to bed. Let us see the second one. Not having a car is a reason. He cancelled the trip. That means he had no car, so he cancelled the trip. He had no car is the reason. Not having a car. Remember, it is a present participle only, having. After having, if you have V3, it is called perfect participle, but it is only a present participle, not having. Have plus ing form only, not V3 is not there. Third one, having walked fast. Here we have having plus verb 3 form, verb third form, walked. So this is a perfect participle. It is introducing a reason. Having walked fast. So she walked fast. Fast నడిచింది అనమాట. That's why she got pain in the knee. మోకాల్లో నొప్పి వచ్చింది తనకి. ఫోర్త్ వన్, beaten by father. Beaten is the verb third form. Beat, bet, beaten, verb third form. Beaten by father, father just kottabadi, so verb third form. So verb third form is a past participle. So past participle is introducing a reason. ఇది కూడా father చేత కొట్టబడడం చేత, ఆ కారణం చేత శ్యామ్ wept bitterly, విపరీతంగా ఏడ్చాడు అనమాట. సో ఆల్ దీస్ 4 sentences in all these 4 parts in yellow color show a reason. They are introduced by the participles, maybe present participle, maybe perfect participle, or maybe past participle. So we have learned, so far we have learned. So what have we learned, children? Can you tell me? Okay, we have learned that the 3 participles introduce first action or reason. So that is the main function of these 3 participles. Okay, now let's go to the next. From this slide we have the exam point of view preparation, right? From this slide till now I have tried to given you some background knowledge, but from this slide you are going to have exam point of view preparation, right? It comes under question number 18. Let us see. Combining sentences using a present participle. Combining sentences using a present participle. So in the examination you will be given 2 sentences and you're asked to combine them using a present participle or a past participle, or sometimes a perfect participle. Present participle, perfect participle, or past participle. Let us see. Okay. First example. Nick moved to Los Angeles. He traveled all over the world. This is the first sentence. So now the question is, combine these 2 sentences using a present participle. What is present participle? We know it. That is verb, ing form of the verb. So what is the verb in the first sentence? Moved. Underlined word, moved. So what is the ing form of the word moved? Moving. So what happens now? Moving to Los Angeles, he traveled. He means here Nick. Let us see. Moving to Los Angeles, Nick traveled all over the world. That's over. It's very easy. మీరు చేయాల్సిన ఏంటంటే ద ఫస్ట్ సెంటెన్స్ ఉన్నటువంటి వెబ్ తీసుకొని ఆ వెబ్కి ఇంగ్ ఫామ్ పెడితే ఆటోమేటిక్గా ప్రజెంట్ పార్టిసిపల్ తయారైపోతుంది. దట్స్ ఆల్. బట్ ద సెకండ్ సెంటెన్స్లో హీ ఉంది. వాట్ ఈజ్ హీ దేర్? Who is he there? Nick. So you have to change the word he with the Nick. That's all. So moving to Los Angeles, Nick traveled all over the world. Let's see next example. She boarded the bus. Ekkadam. Bus ekkindi. She took a ticket for Vizag. So what is the verb in the first sentence? Right. Boarded. So let us make it ing form. Boarding. Boarding the bus. Boarding the bus. She took a ticket for Vizag. Let's see. Yeah, it's right. Boarding the bus. She took a ticket for Vizag. Okay. Let's see. Now third one now. What is it? I felt tired. I took rest on the sofa in the house. So what is the verb in the first sentence? Felt. Make it ing form. What is it felting? No. Feel, felt, and felt. These are 3 forms. Feel, felt, felt. So feel is the verb 1. We should add ing to the verb 1 form. So feeling tired, I took rest on the sofa in the house. Is it right? Yeah, it's right. Feeling tired. The fourth one. Charan was lazy. He failed in the examination. Let us see. Charan was lazy. He failed in the examination. So as usual, let's search for the verb. Here the verb is only was. Is it wasing? No, not at all. It is not the main verb. Remember, it is not the main verb. It is only an auxiliary verb or a helping verb. When there is only a helping verb like is, am, or was, were. If you don't have a main verb, automatically you find only is, am, are, or was, were. Only those 5 words. Then automatically these words are B form verbs. These B form verbs should be given like being, because is, am, are, was, were are the forms of be, be. So we should add ing form to the word be. మనం be అనే వర్డ్ ing form యాడ్ చేయాలి. ఈజ్, యామ్, ఆర్, was, were వచ్చినప్పుడు మెయిన్ వెబ్ లేకుండా ఓన్లీ ఈజ్, యామ్, ఆర్, was, were వచ్చినప్పుడు మనం be అనే వర్డ్ ing form యాడ్ చేయాలి. ఇప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది ఆటోమేటిక్గా బీయింగ్ లేజీ అవుతుంది అనమాట. రైట్, లెట్ us see. Yes, being lazy, Charan. So we should remove the word he. Charan we should add. Being lazy, Charan failed in the examination. Lazy ఉన్న కారణంగా అతను ఎగ్జామ్లో ఫెయిల్ అయ్యాడు. కారణం చెప్తుంది ఇది. ఈ మూడు టైం చెప్తున్నాయి. ఇప్పుడు ఫోర్త్ వన్ రీజన్ చెప్తుంది అనమాట, బీయింగ్ లేజీ. సో ఇక్కడ మెయిన్ పాయింట్ ఏంటంటే వెన్ దర్ ఇస్ నో మెయిన్ వెబ్, వెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఓన్లీ ఈజ్, యామ్, ఆర్, was, were బీ ఫార్మ్స్, we should take only being. When you combine using a present participle, it becomes present participle. Was అనే వర్డ్కి ఈజ్, యామ్, ఆర్, was, were అనేవి బి యొక్క ఫార్మ్స్ కాబట్టి బి అనే వర్డ్ ఇంగ్ ఫార్మ్ పెడితే బీయింగ్ అవుతుంది. సో దాంతో వీఆర్ ఫార్మింగ్ present participle. Being lazy, Charan failed in the examination. Let us see the next one. The boys are punctual, they never attend school late. The boys are punctual. Here also we have no main verb, only helping verb is there. What is helping verb? Are. We can't say aring, so we can say being again. I told you already, is, am, are. Remember children, is, am, are, was, were. When you find these 5 words without any main verb, మెయిన్ వెబ్ లేకుండా ఈ 5 ఉన్నట్లయితే ఇమీడియట్గా మీరు బీయింగ్ రాసేవచ్చు అనమాట. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే బీయింగ్ పంక్చువల్, దే రిఫర్స్ టు బాయ్స్ కాబట్టి వీ షుడ్ బ్రింగ్ ద బాయ్స్ హియర్. బీయింగ్ పంక్చువల్, ద బాయ్స్ నెవర్ అటెండ్ స్కూల్ లేట్. సో హియర్ 5 examples are over. Let us see the next examples. Okay, now let us see the 6th example. Right here, she did not come to early, she received a punishment. Here, not negative. So the normal rule should be followed, that is come becomes coming here, right? Coming early, she received punishment, but meaning gets changed, మారిపోతుంది కాబట్టి not యూజ్ చేయాలి. సో not ముందు పెట్టే సరిపోతుంది. Not coming early, she received punishment. Let us see. Yes, not coming early. The same rule is applied, but not negative word has come. That's why we should put that word not at the beginning of the sentence, right? The next one. Ramya is not foolish. She understands everything. The same rule again. So not is there. We should keep not at the beginning. Then is becomes being and foolish. Not being foolish. Ramya understands everything. Next one. The climate was cool. Ram stayed back at home. The climate was cool. Ram stayed back at home. Here we have a little difference between the earlier ones and this one. ముందు వాటికి దీనికి చిన్న డిఫరెన్స్ ఉంది. ఏంటంటే ప్లీజ్ అబ్జర్వ్ ద సబ్జెక్ట్స్ ఇన్ బోత్ ద సెంటెన్సెస్. ఇన్ ద ఫస్ట్ సెంటెన్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ ద క్లైమేట్, బట్ ఇన్ ద సెకండ్ సెంటెన్స్ వీ హ్యావ్ రామ్. When the subjects are different in both the sentences, in the sentences given, then we should mention both the subjects. The other rules are common. The other rules are very common. So what is the subject here? The climate. So let us see. The climate is written again. Was becomes being, you know that, cool. The climate being cool, Ram stayed back at home. The rule is same. Subjects are different. So remember, when the subjects are different, we should mention we should write both the subjects, right? The next one. The lesson is very easy. The students feel relaxed. Children, tell me, what are the subjects in the sentences? First sentence, the lesson, right? The second one, the students. Different. So you should write the lesson is becomes being very easy, comma, see, the lesson being very easy, comma, the students feel relaxed, right? The last one. Kavya cries for an ice cream. Father brings her one. See, Kavya cries for an ice cream. But here the subject is Kavya, and the second sentence, father is the subject. So obviously Kavya also comes clearly. So let us see. Kavya uh, crying for an ice cream. Cries becomes cry, cried, cried. Crying from crying. Kavya crying for an ice cream. Father brings her one. These are the 10 sentences with the present participle. See, on observing all the 10 examples, so we can conclude, we can sum it up. Let us see how. See, while combining sentences using a present participle తో combine చేసినప్పుడు we observe or we have observed 4 cases. We have observed in the 10 sentences we have 4 different cases. Let us see one by one. The first one is subjects are same, right? Then what happens? Well, the second subject is miss enough. First one is removed, the second is taken. Second one, if only helping verb comes, helping verbs are there, we use being. Is, am, are, was, were, we use being. In third case, if negative is there, not, we put it at the beginning of the sentence. If the subjects are different, both the subjects should be written. Both the subjects should be written. Okay. So these are the 4 cases we have observed in the previous 10 sentences. So సింపుల్గా చెప్పాలంటే ప్రజెంట్ పార్టిసిపల్తో కంబైన్ చేయమన్నప్పుడు ఆటోమేటిక్గా ఫస్ట్ సెంటెన్స్ ఉన్నటువంటి వర్బ్కి ఇంగ్ ఫామ్ పెడితే సరిపోతుంది. దానికి ఈ చిన్న చిన్న పాయింట్స్ చూసుకుంటే సరిపోతుంది అనమాట. దిస్ ఇస్ ఆల్ అబౌట్ ప్రజెంట్ పార్టిసిపల్. సో ఇన్ 18, this is the first choice. Maybe questions come like this, asking us to combine using a present participle. There are chances for perfect participle combination also. So there is a very little difference between present participle and perfect participle, but the difference is not necessary at this time. Okay, let us see, that's not necessary. So let us see the structure of the perfect participle. We know perfect participle is nothing but having plus V3. Here present participle and perfect participle almost are the same rules of combination, same rules, except the phrase. అక్కడ ఇంగ్ ఫామ్ ఉంటుంది, ఇక్కడ హ్యావింగ్ విత్ ఉంటుంది, మిగతావన్నీ వెరీ కామన్. లెట్ us see. I have given you the same examples to make it easier for you, right? Let us see the first example. Nick had moved to Los Angeles. He traveled all over the world. Now these 2 sentences are given, and now we are asked to combine using a perfect participle. So as usual, what is the meaning of what is the perfect participle? Having plus verb third form. So first of all, let's write the word having plus what is the verb in the first sentence? Moved. Third form also the same, moved. So having moved to Los Angeles, Nick, here in the place of he, we should write Nick. Nick traveled all over the world. Let us see whether it is right or wrong. Having moved to Los Angeles, Nick traveled all over the world. So in this sentence, the first sentence, second action, first action, second action. So Nick Los Angeles move అయిన తర్వాత ఆల్ ఓవర్ ద వరల్డ్, ప్రపంచం అంతా తిరిగాడు, ట్రావెల్ చేశాడు, ప్రయాణించాడు అనమాట. సో ఫస్ట్ యాక్షన్, సెకండ్ యాక్షన్. లెట్ us see the second example. She had boarded the bus. She took a ticket for Vizag. Combine with a perfect participle. The same, having plus boarded, third form, boarded, same. Having boarded the bus, bus ఎక్కిన తర్వాత she took a ticket for Vizag. Let us see. Having boarded the bus, she took a ticket for Vizag. Third example. I felt tired. I took rest on the sofa in the house. So I felt tired. Here felt is the word. So what are 3 forms of the felt? Feel, felt, felt. I have told you already. Right. So having felt tired. Having felt tired, I took rest on the sofa in the house. right? The fourth one, Charan was lazy. Charan was lazy, he failed in the exam. It is the reason Charan was lazy, బద్ధకంగా ఉన్నాడు తను కాబట్టి he failed in the examination. రీజన్ చెప్తుంది అనమాట. So as usual, what is the rule for perfect participle? Having plus V3. What is the verb here? Was. What is the third form of was? I told you already. Is, am, are first form. Was, were second form. Been third form. Being fourth form. Earlier, ఇంతకుముందు ప్రజెంట్ పార్టిసిపుల్లో వి యూజ్డ్ బియింగ్, ఎందుకంటే అక్కడ వెర్బ్ ఫోర్త్ ఫామ్ కావాలి, ఇంగ్ ఫామ్ కావాలి. హియర్ వీ నీడ్ వెర్బ్ థర్డ్ ఫామ్. సో వాట్ ఇస్ థర్డ్ ఫామ్? బీన్. సో పర్ఫెక్ట్ పార్టిసిపుల్తో కంబైన్ చేయమన్నప్పుడు మీకు ఈజ్, యామ్, ఆర్, వజ్, వర్ ఇంతకు ముందులాగా చెప్పినట్లుగా అవి మాత్రం వచ్చాయి అనుకోండి, మెయిన్ వెబ్ లేకుండా, దెన్ యూ షుడ్ యూజ్ బీన్. హ్యావింగ్ బీన్. Having been is a very common phrase here. Okay, is, am, or was, were యూజ్ చేసినప్పుడు having been యూజ్ చేయాలి పర్ఫెక్ట్ పార్టిసిపుల్. అప్పుడు ఏమవుతుంది? having been lazy, he. Who refers to he? Charan. So having been lazy, Charan failed in the examination. That's right. Having been, because here is no మెయిన్ వెబ్. లైక్ ఇక్కడ మనకు ఫెల్ట్ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ బోర్డ్ ఉంది, ఇక్కడ మూడ్ ఉంది, బట్ హియర్ ఈజ్ నో మెయిన్ వెబ్, ఓన్లీ హెల్పింగ్ వెబ్ ఈజ్ దేర్. సో బీన్ ఈజ్ టేకెన్. ద నెక్స్ట్ వన్, ద బాయ్స్ వర్ పంక్చువల్, దే నెవర్ అటెండెడ్ స్కూల్ లేట్. The boys were punctual. Here we have the word were helping verb. So in the same as in the fourth example, having been punctual, the boys never attended school. Okay, main verb is given, now helping verb is given. Next example, let us see how they are. She did not come early, she received a punishment. She did not come early, she received punishment. Here not is there. So earlier as usual, not should be kept at the beginning. See, బిగినింగ్ పెట్టచ్చు, తర్వాత హ్యావింగ్ తర్వాత కూడా పెట్టచ్చు అనమాట. హ్యావింగ్ నాట్ కమ్ అని చెప్పొచ్చు, ఆర్ నాట్ హ్యావింగ్ కమ్ అని చెప్పొచ్చు. వీ కెన్ సే ఇన్ బోత్ ద వేస్. హ్యావింగ్ కమ్, బికాస్ కమ్, కేమ్, కమ్, త్రీ ఫార్మ్స్, థర్డ్ ఫార్మ్ ఆల్సో కమ్. సో హ్యావింగ్ కమ్, నాట్ ఈజ్ ఇంక్లూడెడ్. షీ రిసీవ్డ్ పనిష్మెంట్. బట్ దిస్ వన్ హ్యాస్, sorry. Next one, let us see. Seventh one, Ramya is not foolish, she understands everything. So in the same way, not is there. So having been foolish, right? Having not been foolish, not is there. You can write not having been foolish, or you can say having not been foolish. Both are right. Next, the climate was cool, Ram stayed back at home. As I told you earlier, we have two different subjects. The first one, what is subject? The climate. The second one, Ram. So the climate and Ram are two different subjects. We should use both of them. Let us see. The climate. Perfect participle, having plus V3, was becomes been here. So the climate having been cool, Ram stayed back at home. Next example, the lesson is easy, very easy, students feel relaxed. Again, the subjects are different. The lesson comes here, the lesson having comes here, third form been is there. The lesson having been very easy, the students feel relaxed. 10th one, Kavya had cried for an ice cream, father brought her one. So Kavya is the subject and father is the subject here. So Kavya having cried. What is the verb here? Cried is there. So the verb is cried. Kavya having cried for an ice cream, father brought here, should be there. It's a mistake here. Father brought her one. These are the 10 sentences. And out of these 10 sentences, we have got the same sum up, same conclusions as in present participle. ప్రజెంట్ పార్టిసిపుల్ ఏ విధంగా అయితే మనకి కొన్ని సమప్ చేస్తామో ఇక్కడ కూడా కొన్ని సమప్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, సేమ్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. లెట్ us see the words. As earlier, we have the same conclusions here. We have observed 4 cases. Number 1, subjects are same. Number 2, only helping verbs, if only helping verbs are there, బీన్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం అక్కడైతే బీయింగ్ యూజ్ చేస్తున్నాం. అక్కడ బీయింగ్, ఇక్కడ బీయింగ్ గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి. హెల్పింగ్ వెబ్ మాత్రం వచ్చినట్లయితే, అంటే మెయిన్ వెబ్ లేకుండా ఓన్లీ హెల్పింగ్ వెబ్ అనేటువంటి ఈజ్, యామ్, ఆర్ కానీ ఆర్ వజ్, వర్ ఈ 5 వచ్చినప్పుడు మాత్రం అక్కడ బీయింగ్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం, ఇక్కడ బీన్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం. ద థర్డ్ వన్, నెగటివ్, నాట్. నెగటివ్ ఉంటే we keep it at the beginning of the sentence. The fourth one, the subjects are different, both the subjects should be written. So these are the 4 conclusions that we have made, right? Now let's jump to the third participle. ఇప్పుడు 2 కంప్లీట్ చేసాం, present participle and perfect participle. Okay, usually only these 2 are usually asked. Now we'll go to the third. What is third participle? It is combining sentences using a past participle. The major difference between this one and the previous 2, దీనికి ఇంతకుముందు రెండింటికి డిఫరెన్స్ ఏంటి అంటే, ముందు వచ్చిన 2 కూడా దే ఆర్ ఇన్ యాక్టివ్ వాయిస్, బట్ దిస్ వన్ షుడ్ బి ఇన్ ఓన్లీ passive voice. It is in passive voice. It is a little different from the other 2, but easier than those 2. It is easier than those 2. It's very easy. Let us see. The chair was broken by the boy. It was kept in the storeroom. అంటే చైర్ అనేది ఆ బాయ్ చేత బ్రేక్ చేయబడింది, passive voice. It was kept in the storeroom. It's very easy. Let us start answering this one. I mean, combining sentences using past participle with the third form in the first sentence. What is the verb in the first sentence? Was broken. Broken is the verb third form. This is past participle. This verb 3 is the past participle. So let us start the sentence with this only. Broken by the boy. See? Broken by the boy, the chair was kept in the storeroom. Past participle తో 2 వాక్యాలని కలపడం వెరీ ఈజీ అనమాట. హౌ అంటే మనం స్టార్ట్ చేయాల్సింది ఫస్ట్ సెంటెన్స్లోని వెబ్ యొక్క థర్డ్ ఫామ్తో స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే సరిపోతుంది. దట్స్ ఆల్. ఇట్స్ వెరీ ఈజీ. వీ హ్యావ్ అదర్ ఆప్షన్స్ ఆల్సో, ఇంకోలా కూడా ఉన్నాయి. దెర్ ఆర్ అదర్ ఆప్షన్స్ ఆల్సో. సో వాట్ ఆర్ దోస్ థింగ్స్ అంటే, దే కెన్ రిటర్న్ లైక్ దిస్ ఆల్సో. బీయింగ్ బ్రోకెన్ వాడచ్చు బ్రోకెన్ ప్లేస్లో, ఆర్ హ్యావింగ్ బీన్ బ్రోకెన్ రాయొచ్చు. These 2 are also possible. Simple one, broken. If you understand it, you can write being broken or having been broken are also possible, right? At least direct ga verb 3 తో స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే ఇట్స్ వెరీ వెరీ ఈజీ అనమాట. బట్ సెకండ్ సబ్జెక్ట్ మాత్రం ఇట్ అంటే ఇట్ షుడ్ బి రీప్లేస్డ్ బై ద చైర్. సెకండ్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, కలాం వాజ్ షిఫ్టెడ్ టు ద లాస్ట్ రో ఇన్ ద క్లాస్ రూమ్. అబ్దుల్ కలాం గారు లాస్ట్ రోకి షిఫ్ట్ చేయబడతారు, క్లాస్ రూమ్లో పంపిస్తారు టీచర్. He felt very sad. Okay, let us see. What is the verb here? Shifted is there. Shifted to the last row in the classroom. Kalam. He should be replaced by Kalam. Kalam felt very sad. Third one. He was born in London. He became the citizen of UK. London లో పుట్టాడు. ఆ రీజన్ వలన, ఆ కారణం వలన అతను యూకేకి సిటిజన్గా అయ్యాడనమాట. యునైటెడ్ కింగ్డమ్ సిటిజన్ అయ్యాడు. Let us see. What is the verb here? Born. Bear, bore, born. Verb third form is there. Let us start with the verb third form. Born in London, he became a citizen of the UK. Fourth one. Karthik was recognized by his boss. He got a promotion. What is the verb in the first sentence? Recognized. So recognized by his boss, he refers to Karthik. So Karthik. Recognized by his boss, Karthik got a promotion. That's all. And the last, online classes were organized by the DCEB. Students got benefited from it. Benefited a lot. What is the verb here? Organized. Organized by the DCEB. You can say ala anakochu. But remember the earlier rule. Entamunchi rule entante, when the subjects are different, you should use both the subjects, right? Here online classes, here students. In the earlier ones, Karthik, he equal, he equal, Kalam, he equal, the Chaya, it equal. But here online classes subject, here student subject. So we should certainly mention both the subjects. See, let us see. How online classes having been organized. I have used this one, the early first model. See, in the first example, I have given you other two options. ఇంకో రెండు options. అందులో అది చూసాను, అది ఇచ్చాను నేను. Online classes having been organized by the DCB, students got benefited a lot. Simple గా ఆన్లైన్ క్లాసెస్ ఆర్గనైజ్డ్ బై ద డిసిబి స్టూడెంట్స్ గాట్ బెనిఫిటెడ్ a lot కూడా చెప్పొచ్చు, సింపుల్గా చెప్పొచ్చు. సో పాస్ట్ పార్టిసిపల్ని కంబైన్ చేయడం వెరీ వెరీ ఈజీ. ఫస్ట్ సెంటెన్స్ ఉన్నటువంటి వెర్బ్ యొక్క థర్డ్ ఫామ్తో మనం సెంటెన్స్ స్టార్ట్ చేస్తే ఈజీగా ఆన్సర్ని మనకు వచ్చేస్తుంది అనమాట. Okay, students, I have given you only 5 examples for past participle because here is less possibility for appearing in the examination, right? So I have given you less number of examples. Okay, dear students, let me openly tell you that this topic, participles, is a very tough topic actually. I mean to say, it is a very hard nut to crack. We say it is a hard nut to crack. That means it's very difficult when we go very deep into this. But as per the point of view of the examinations, it's very easy. So very easy to get a mark. Present participle and perfect participle are equally used, are almost equally used. Past participle may be a little different, but getting a mark is very easy. I hope all of you have understood. Now, actually, I'll give you some. I have given you already some worksheet in the Google format. So I'll have you follow this, follow the worksheet, answer that, and hand them over to your teachers. And if you have any doubts, you please ask your teachers and get them all clarified. Thank you, one and all. Thank you, DO madam and DCB Vijayanagram. Thank you all for having given me the golden opportunity. Thank you, one and all.